Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ryan back here with another grounded video for you. And this one, we're going to be talking about healing. Obviously, your health is very important. If you lose it all, you die, and you have to respawn somewhere. So we're going to cover the different ways that you can actually heal up and kind of go from like beginner, what you're going to be able to use at the beginning of the game, and then get towards the middle of the game, and then towards your end game, what you're probably going to want to use. So look at some of the options we have here. Go over our mutations real quick. I don't have max health on because I don't want to skew the numbers that we're going to get from these. So basically, right out of the bat, the only thing you're really going to make is your fiber bandages. Plant fiber and sap, real easy to get around the first area that you're going to be at over near the mysterious machine. Fiber bandages, what they do, they'll give you a small heal boost right off the bat, but then what they're going to do is give you regeneration over time. So it's going to be, what is it, for the fiber bandage, the regular fiber bandage, not the upgraded one, I think it's going to be 80 seconds, and it's going to be about one tick, 1 second, or one tick every 3 seconds. So about 1% of your health every 3 seconds for the span of 80 seconds. And that's your regular fiber bandage. So that's basically what you're going to be using right off the bat early on in the game. And there's really not much you can do with that one. Next, you do have your heal bosses, which are going to be mosquito blood sacks and I believe silk rope. Now, these are pretty useful. The only issue with these, so let's go over the numbers real quick before we get into the issue with them. So the heal bosses are going to be about 40% health increase. And again, we don't have exact numbers, so I'm guessing just by looking at our health bar down here in the bottom left, you're going to look at a 40% heal in the area of effect. So the area of effect, what we're talking about with that is these are, you're going to be throwing them down, right? So instead of just using the item itself, you're going to throw it down like that. Now, anybody that's in that area of effect, insects included, so enemies included, is going to get that heal bonus right there. So go ahead and injure ourselves again for science. So these can be effective if you're, say, you just get done with a fight or something like that. You're playing multiplayer. If you're just getting done with a fight, then definitely really useful because they're super easy to make too. Mosquitoes are relatively easy to kill, although they're really annoying to fight. So what was it again? 1 blood sac and 2 silk rope. Pretty easy ingredients to get here. And it's a really nice chunk of healing as well. 40% for anybody that's in that area. So again, I wouldn't recommend using these in battle. So if you're in the middle of a fight and you need to heal, I would only use these as a last resort if you don't have anything else, because you're going to be healing the insect as well. Then we can get into the smoothies. So you do have 3 different types of smoothies right now, depending on the smoothie base. We can actually go down to the smoothie station and take a look at these. Let me get that off before I waste another one. Go down here to our smoothie machine. So you see your smoothie base options down here. Now, I've done a smoothie video before. I'm sure you guys have seen other smoothie videos before covering the different types and what they do. Your normal smoothie type right here is going to be normal, no bonus effects for the grub goop. And then you have sticky, which is our gum nuggets that were introduced in the Hot and Hazy update, which provides the sticky effect, which makes the effects last longer. That's not going to do anything with the heal. The heal is not going to last longer. The beefy right here, the beefy is going to be a bigger heal bonus right here, extra meaty health bonus. So in terms of health regeneration for smoothies, you're going to be wanting to get these muscle sprouts down in the hedge lab, or the pond lab. Once you're done with the pond lab, you open up that area. You can go down there and gather 30 muscle sprouts, I think every 2 to 3 days, similar to the other respawns. So these, and then anything you put on these, it doesn't matter. All of them have the heal right here. The beefy ones is going to increase that heal amount. So we get into the regular smoothies with the just the grub goop. You're looking at about a 20% heal plus whatever the bonus effect that's added to the smoothie itself. So with Green Machine, Hyper Stamina. The biggest one that if you're going to be using for healing is Fuzz on the Rocks, because it's going to also give you a max health that lasts, I think, about, what is it? Somewhere, actually, let's go ahead and check. I've got a Fuzz on the Rocks. We'll use a sticky Fuzz on the Rocks. Let's look at our max health here on the status page. It's going to give you max health for 240 seconds. So 4 minutes on the max health bonus there. And you can see we got a nice little chunk there with the sticky. So the sticky smoothies are going to be about 30 to 40% plus the bonus effects. So the max health right there that we have. And then the beefy smoothies are obviously going to give you that extra meaty health bonus, which is about 50% heal right off the bat. Now, none of the smoothies do a health regen like the fiber bandage. So later in the game, what you're probably going to want to do is if you're fighting the Broodmother, Assistant Manager, if you're going to the Black Ant Hill or something like that, bring your fiber bandages, but also bring smoothies as well. That way you can drop a few fiber bandages to get that regeneration over time, which is going to be 80 seconds for the regular fiber bandages, I believe. And then the fiber bandage plus, once you unlock that recipe from Burgle, you'll be able to craft the fiber bandages plus, which is going to give you an extra 160 seconds of health regeneration. So if you're looking at that, it's going to be about a 5% initial, and then about 1% of your health for another 160 seconds. So about a 53% health increase just from the fiber bandage pluses. So there are some other ways. Obviously, we've covered smoothies, covered these granola bars. These are very few and far between. Most likely, you're going to find these in the labs. I think they're all over every lab, but they do not respawn. They are labeled as a snack, but the health bonus is going to be huge. It's going to be 50%, plus it also obviously provides you with the quench your hunger, so to say. So super useful, but again, I would probably only save these to use in the event of Broodmother fight, Assistant Manager. Maybe if you're having trouble with Antlions, stuff like that, you can use these, but I think I only have like 3 left in the game right now, so I don't want to waste it. There are other ways to heal yourself up as well. One of the ways that we haven't really talked about is roasts. So what roasts are going to do, they're actually going to provide a health regen, similar to the fiber bandage. So we can pull one off here. And it doesn't matter, weevil, aphid, tadpole, whatever. The roasts in general are going to provide you with the meal, I believe. Or is it well-fed? Well-fed is going to give you slower health regeneration. But the health regeneration is 480 seconds. So that's like 1 tick every 3 seconds for 8 minutes. So you look at it, obviously it's going to fill our hunger. Now if you check our health bar there, it's going to slowly tick up. Actually, it looks like about every, 5 to 7 seconds, so... Yeah, about every 7 seconds, but that's going to last for 8 minutes. You can see it here on our status screen, the meal right here. So 480 seconds for well-fed, plus the meal, which is going to give you a slow health regeneration. Another reason why the roasts on the roasting spit are super useful for hunger and for your health regeneration. One of the other ways you can actually regen is by sleeping. Obviously, you're not going to be able to sleep in the middle of a fight, but if you have a bed or a lean-to, it's going to refill your health as well, and that's about 50%. So when you go to bed at nighttime, it's going to fill up your health about 50%. But obviously, when you're out there fighting and everything like that, the best way to heal is going to be your smoothies and fiber bandages on top of them, because they will stack. So you'll have the fiber bandages for the health regeneration for the 180 seconds once you get the fiber bandage plus, but then you can also use the smoothies for the initial bonus, especially if you're using the beefy smoothie for that extra meaty health bonus. So you can get a 50% health increase right off the bat, and then you'll have that slow regeneration every 3 seconds for 160 seconds. So those are the ways to heal. If you guys have a better way, let me know what you guys are using in the comments below. I know I really don't use the granola bars. I don't even use them when I was fighting the Broodmother or the Assistant Manager. A lot of the times you're just going to basically use your Fuzz on the Rocks beefy, or sticky if you want the max health for a longer duration, and then your fiber bandages just for the regeneration over time. So a lot of the insects, when you're fighting them, you're probably not going to use the fiber bandages until afterwards, or if you still want to pop them on, so you'll get that slow health over time during the fight, and then after the fight you don't really have to heal as often or heal as much. But those are your basic heals right there. You can see that right there. About 30% on the regular smoothies, but there's ways to stack them all, especially if you're using a roast and the smoothies, so you're going to get that longer health regeneration. So you have your the well-fed, that slow health regeneration about every 7 seconds, and then you can have max health down here if you're using Fuzz on the Rocks, and then if you use a bandage, I believe too, it should stack. Doesn't show it down here. But you should have the health regeneration a lot quicker. And the fiber bandages, So you see right there, the health bar, we're getting like that double regeneration from the fiber bandages and the roast. So it's going to heal you a lot quicker. So that's all we got for this video, guys. I really wanted to cover the healing items here. Hopefully we get some little differences in how we can heal. I'd really like to see the heal bosses, or maybe something similar to that that's not going to heal the insect, because it'd be really useful if you're playing multiplayer. You could throw down something that's going to do an area heal of just your teammates and not the insects. So, and I know in my first battle with the Broodmother back before the Hot and Hazy update, I was using heal bosses, and I kept getting my butt kicked, and I was wondering why. Well, because I'm healing her while I'm trying to heal myself. So make sure you're not throwing heal bosses at the Broodmother when you're in that fight, or the assistant manager, or wolf spiders, or anything else you're fighting. So anyways, I'm rambling here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a ton of more grounded videos coming soon, and hopefully the next update comes a lot sooner than later. So with that being said, stay original, my friends. We'll see you guys in the next video. Later.